Meaning, they'll say some kind of chemical imbalance, right? Some brain chemistry imbalance, yes? So my question is always, and again, there's other variables that are associated with depression, but my question is always, what caused the imbalance in the first place? Because that to me is still a symptom. Because I'll ask the question, was this person depressed when he or she was 5 or 10? And most of the time, not always, but most of the time they'll say, well, of course not. He's 5 years old. Who gets depressed when they're 5? That tells me something happened in their experience that created an imbalance. It's not genetic. It's not congenital. It is something that they experienced that created this. And if you look at what's going on chemically, when the fight or flight response is on, all of those feel-good hormones disappear. They just kind of, we're not playing now. The only two hormones that are in play during the fight or flight response are what? The two hormones. They said it in the video, adrenaline and cortisol. Those are the primary, a little bit of testosterone, strong. All the other feel-good chemicals, they're like, no, we're not in the game right now. So it makes perfect sense to me why this right here is happening as a result of, it is a symptom of stress. And that's not 100% of the time, but it is most of the time. Deal with the stress itself, and frequently we see people who are no longer in that depressed mode.
So I'm just curious, not about depression, but about like a sadness, if maybe somebody's in mourning, is it the same physiological, like what's...
No, if you're in mourning, that's a good thing, and you want to go through that kind of release and sadness. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a long conversation for another day, but I don't think sadness is an emotion that's natural for here. I don't think. Okay, let's see. How could we explain, so we said cancer. What's the explanation for an increase in proliferation of cancer cells? When something in the body is discovered by this particular system, it goes, oh, you're not part of me. What system is that? The immune system. See, we always have cancer going. All of us have cancer going all the time. Cells growing abnormally. But our immune system goes, oh, you're not a part of us. Okay, I'm going to take care of you. But if you don't have an immune system, because you're in the stress mode, then you're going to have the proliferation increases, they metastasize, they grow, it becomes more likely. The last statistic, I know we're running out of time. This is statistics I've heard a few times, and I don't know, I can't verify it, but it makes sense to me. More people die in our country at a certain day of the week than any other. What is it? A certain day of the week.
Monday.
Monday. Why would you guess?
Monday is the first day of the weekend. People tend to be a little on edge on Mondays.
Because what's going on?
They're having to go back to work.
And people hate their jobs. And people hate going to school. But mostly people hate their jobs. More people die on Monday morning at 9 a.m., between 9 and 11 a.m. than any other time of the week. There's a day of the year when more people die. Do you know what it is? Not Christmas, but you're close. What? Not during the summer. No, it is the day after Christmas. Now think about what's going on that day.
Oh, people are.
All the celebration that's happened for the last 2 months is over, and reality is setting in. Oh. Ah. Okay. Now, that's all we need to do about, here's the problem. The rest of the semester is, now what do we do about it so that we stay here, and when we go here, we know how to get out. Because we're going to go here for sure. But we're going to learn how to stay here so it's permanent, and then when we forget, what do we do? And that's every day for the rest of the semester.